Hey gamers, welcome back to another video. Last month saw quite a few big video game releases, including a couple of Game of the Year contenders like Alan Wake 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and the huge PS5 exclusive that is Marvel's Spider-Man 2. It's already a jam-packed year of great games, but there are still 2 months to go in the year, and the release schedule definitely looks promising. November might not feel as busy as previous months, but it still brings a decent lineup of games to be excited about. Mario fans, on the other hand, are getting yet another game to play, this time a remaster of an old classic. Now, let's take a step back in the past. Let's look on the top 5 games that came out for October. Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen is yet another entry in the action RPG Souls-like craze, complete with an unsettling fantasy setting. It makes use of the same sort of deadly third-person combat system full of dodge rolling, posture meters, and emoting over fallen enemies as a sign of utmost disrespect. A lot is borrowed from soft classics, in this case Dark Souls to be specific, but there's also quite a bit of unique stuff to get excited about too. And this game is available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Forza Motorsport. The 2023 version of Forza Motorsport is brimming with new features across the board, from its muscular new multiplayer to its much improved handling. The gamepad handling is extremely well refined and has survived the physics updates beneath the surface. On a wheel, however, my experience is limited to the Thrustmaster TSXW Racer, but it definitely errs out of the box. This game is available on Xbox Series X and S and PC. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Now, despite a couple of new tricks up its sleeve, Spider-Man 2's combat is very familiar. That's right, they definitely took all the information they gathered from the first 2 games and definitely built on it. The rhythm of precision dodges, the new perfect parries, and acrobatic finishers are hugely satisfying. The movement is smooth and the hits are crushing, like some sort of peanut butter hybrid that every one of your foes is allergic to. And this game is a PS5 exclusive. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Stealth is king again in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Mirage does away with the XP and leveling your character completely. Every enemy is just a hidden blade away from doom if you play your cards right. Basim's story is far shorter and more linear than those of the recent Witcher 3 inspired games, and the adventure is better off it. The game is available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, iOS, PC, and Amazon Luna. Alan Wake 2. 13 years after his wife went missing in the small town of Bright Falls, author Alan Wake is trapped inside a dark place that he can't seem to write himself out of. It's a dazzling trick that recalls the pulling of the light switch card to blink in and out of the Ocean View Hotel from the oldest house in Control. And it grows in complexity over time, determining the right sequence to manipulate multi-light sources progressively ups the challenge involved in unlocking each new area to examine. What's the best horror game of 2023 so far? Still, any issues I had with Alan Wake 2 sank without a trace like an out of tower in Caledon Lake, washed away by the torrent of other things that it gets right. It undoubtedly takes a lot of inspiration from film and television, taking the Twin Peaks meets the Twilight Zone based off the original and mixing in the best bits of True Detective, Seven, Inception, and more into the pot. Alan Wake 2 is out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. November 2023 was originally lacking in major releases. Still, there are some heavy hitters to look forward to, like the remake of Super Mario RPG, Persona 5 Tactica, and like a Dragon Gaiden. A dozen titles to look forward to, so let's have a look at the best video games releasing in November 2023. My Time at Sandrock. The game was developed by Pathia Games. You arrive in the eponymous rundown city with the goal of restoring it to its previous glory. You'll be gathering resources, making tools, building, farming, and more. It's the second game in the My Time series, so you can expect gameplay similar to 2019's My Time at Portia. Before its full release, the game had launched an early access title on Steam, but at the time of recording this video, the game actually launched on the Epic Game Store, and you actually can get the full version on PC and all other platforms since of November 2, 2023. The game is available on PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox Series X and X, Xbox One, PC, and the Nintendo Switch. RoboCop Rogue City. Rogue City features an original story in the world of RoboCop, set between the events of RoboCop 2 and RoboCop 3, as the city of Old Detroit is hit by a crime wave. The game promises a choice matter system where your decisions can determine the outcome of your missions and citizens' fate. You'll be protecting the innocent and upholding the law with an assortment of 20 guns, cyborg strength, and upgradable cybernetic abilities. Sounds exciting, huh? Well, the game is out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The Talos Principle 2. The Talos Principle 2 is a first-person puzzle game produced or developed by Nighthawk Interactive, in the vein of Portal and the second game in the Talos Principle series. It promises expanded gameplay over its predecessor with more than 120 puzzles to solve. Unlike the Portal and its comedic tone, the Talos Principle games take a more serious approach, featuring a story with philosophical themes about the purpose of humankind and the nature of the cosmos. You can get this game on the PS5, Xbox Series X and X, and PC. The Invincible. The Invincible is an adventure game loosely based on Stanislaw Lem's sci-fi classic of the same title. You play as astrobiologist Yasna, who ends up on the uncharted planet Regis 3. Heavy on exploration, the game quickly turns into a search and rescue operation, where Yasna relies on her tools such as a scanner and a telescope to find her missing crewmates and uncover mysteries and dangers along the way. You can get the game out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Football Manager 2024. Ahead of a big overhaul for the series, codenamed Project Dragonfly, expected to arrive with FM25. This year's annual update seems to pack quite a few new features. FM24 adds intermediaries designed to help you sell players, and for the first time, the game is compatible with last year's edition saves, so you can carry over from FM23. Other big additions include set piece, coaches, a new dynamic system that gives you a better understanding of your players' personalities, and an enhanced training module, and a number of quality of life improvements. The game is out on PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Android, and iOS. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Yet another licensed brawler like Super Smash Bros. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 brings a stellar roster of Nick characters from SpongeBob SquarePants, Squidward Tentacles, Jimmy Neutron, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Each character has a unique moveset and brand new cinematic supers that deal devastating damage to your opponents. The game promises gameplay and visual improvements over its predecessor, and a new single-player campaign. You can pre-order Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 from Amazon, your platform's digital storefront, and other retailers. The game is out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, and of course, the Nintendo Switch. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Boasting a mouthful of a title, Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, is the latest game in the long-running Yakuza series, now known as Like a Dragon. A spin-off of the main series, it takes place between Yakuza 6 and 2020's Yakuza Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon Gaiden will have you play as the series' iconic original protagonist Kazuma Kiryu on a new adventure as a secret agent set in Osaka and Yokohama. The game mixes Yakuza with James Bond, and players will be able to switch between two fighting styles: the usual street brawler moves we know from previous games, and a new agent style relying on high-tech gadgets, speed, and precision. Sounds very fun. The game will be out on PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The third entry in the rebooted Modern Warfare subseries of Call of Duty is just around the corner. The campaign follows up the events in Modern Warfare 2, featuring a new antagonist, the ultra-nationalist terrorist Vladimir Markov, teased at the end of last year's game. Modern Warfare 3 is also bringing back zombie mode with a story set after the events of 2019's Modern Warfare. As for multiplayer, Modern Warfare 3 will have all 16 maps from 2009's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. At least 12 maps will be replaced post-launch. Fan favorite features like map voting and the classic red dot minimap are making a return, and players will have increased health for longer time to kill. Now, the game will be out on PS5, PS4, the Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The day before. The day before is an odd entry on this month's list, as it is still unclear whether it's coming out just 10 days before released. It has been a while since we last heard anything about the game, and it is still delisted from Steam due to a trademark dispute over the title, fueling concerns among fans that it may not launch at all. It's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic survival MMO set in the US as the world is overrun by zombies following a pandemic. Dubbed The Last of Us meets The Division. The multiplayer game's visuals and gameplay have been looking great in trailers so far, and a final trailer is expected in mere hours. The day before its release date is still set for Friday, November 10, 2023 on PC, and the final trailer was scheduled to be premiered on YouTube on November 1st, 2023. Update on November 1st, 2023, developer Fantastic published the final trailer for the game on YouTube, also confirming another delay to December 7th, 2023, which is when the game is now supposed to launch into early access via Steam. After the final trailer's premiere, the game's listing on Steam reappeared, showing the new early access launch date but without a retail price. The game will be out on PC, and you can get the game purchased on Steam. As for the release date, as I would have mentioned, it's still to be determined. Hogwarts Legacy. Harry Potter fans on most platforms, including last-gen PS4 and Xbox One, have been playing Hogwarts Legacy for quite some time now, and finally, the game is coming to the Nintendo Switch. It is interesting to see how the massive open world title will look and perform on Nintendo's aging hybrid console, and some recent official screenshots on the Nintendo eShop look surprisingly good given the platform's limitations. Pre-orders for the Hogwarts Legacy Switch version from Amazon and other retailers are live, and you can also grab a digital version from the Nintendo eShop. Super Mario RPG. Announced during the June 2023 Nintendo Direct, Super Mario RPG is a full remake of 1996 Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars for the Super Nintendo. Rebuilt from the ground up, they said. The remake will feature 3D graphics and an updated soundtrack, with the option to switch back to the original Super Nintendo Entertainment System music. The Super Mario RPG remake also adds some new battle mechanics, easy mode, more difficult boss rematches in the post-game, and a bestiary to view encountered enemies. A physical version of Super Mario RPG is available to pre-order from Amazon and other retailers. Persona 5 Tactica. A tactical RPG spin-off within the Persona franchise, combining the chibi art style of Persona Q with turn-based tactical combat gameplay similar to the Fire Emblem series. You control a party up to the 3 players on a grid-based map, which you battle in a series of encounters. The gameplay will feature staples for the tactical genre, such as weapon affinity, turn-based combat, and grid movement combined with summoning, fusion, and elemental affinities known to longtime fans of the Persona series. The game will be available for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, and the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, so that's all we have for today. November may not be as festive as October was, but there are definitely some great games coming out this month to look forward to. Now would be a great time to subscribe to the channel to get update on the new releases. Leave a comment, leave your thoughts and opinions down below, and definitely drop a like on the video if you like the content we're pushing out. But I'll see you guys in the next one.